What's up, guys? Back here with another one. It's the second week season. They finally let me go, boys. Got one on the limb up here. He seems to be gobbling pretty good. One thing to remember when the leaves are on thick like this. Right now, he just gobbled again. That they're not as far as they seem. During the week that I couldn't hunt, I did a little bit of guiding for people and listening. And these birds would be roosted over here, and they would make their way over this way. I'm gonna get over here in this open area and try to call him. Boy, he's hammering. Let's get over here and sit down. I think I figured out why that turkey acted so weird. There's some dogs out there barking, I bet. When he got down, he saw them dogs or something, just freaked him out. I got up here in this saddle, calling. I can hear them dogs barking right over there, like where that turkey was just 30 minutes ago. So, heading out, waste some time here, go somewhere else. Think I know where I might be able to find one. I'm not quite sure. But man, he was gobbling so good on the roost though. So good. I think it's a coyote, honestly. I don't know. Anyway, I'm leaving. Well, this week has been horrible for gobbling turkeys. It's been tough, but I got something I want to show y'all. I was out here trying to strike up a bird on this long ridge top, found a bear track. There he is. That's not the biggest, not very big, I mean, decent sized bear. That's pretty fresh. It rained last night, so hopefully we'll run into him next or this coming fall. Anyway, I don't know what I'm gonna do about these turkeys. I'm just kind of slipping around real quiet, waiting for one to get fired up. It rained last night. I don't like to gobble when they're wet. It doesn't seem like it anyway. Someone's gonna be like, "I've heard turkeys run around." Shut up. As a general rule, they don't gobble very good when they got rained on the night before. Seems to me. But anyway, I'm gonna slip out this road, call a little bit. I don't know. It ain't looking good. But I've had mornings like this where they just randomly fire up. So that's what we're kind of hoping for.
Well, little trick here. So today, come out here early in the morning. It's late in the year. Turkey's about done breeding. And that's just my opinion, but anyway. Not much gobbling. No, actually, no gobbling on the roost. I hadn't heard turkey gobble probably 5 days. So I'm slipping around, going from strut zone to strut zone up in the morning, calling real soft, not having no luck. Meanwhile, I'm listening and paying attention to the crows. All right, crows and turkeys are natural enemies. They hate each other. And crows will not hesitate to just sit there and fuss at a turkey. Hen, gobbler, didn't really matter. All right, so these crows are sitting in the same spot for probably 20 minutes. I mean, just going crazy, raising cane. So when crows do that, they're fussing at something. They're not just having a good old time. I mean, they probably are having a good time fussing. But anyway, it's either a hawk or whatever. But where they were at, there was a bunch of turkey sign scratching for scratching I saw in there the other day. So I thought, well, a lot of times them crows will kind of give you the location of an old turkey, especially the way they were carrying on like that today. So I just slipped on in there and sat down. I got as close to them crows fussing as I possibly could, figuring it was a turkey in there strutting. Sit down, start calling. And I was in there, it was my fault. I made a cardinal mistake. I sat up in a place that was too thick because I was trying to get close to them crows. And boy, one I called and one fired off right there underneath me. And it was so thick I couldn't get a bead on him or anything like that. I think I heard him cluck, so he slipped off. No hen come up. Me and her got to talking back and forth, got them fired up. So them crows, pay attention to them crows, guys, I'm telling you.
Alright. Alright, I just climbed up this mountainside where we were yesterday. This is where them birds were when I left yesterday. That coyote come in, or fox, whatever the hell it was, come in here, buggered them up. There's a lot of old and new scratching in here. These birds been hanging out in here. Absolutely no gobbling. The past couple mornings there's been no gobbling. Except for when he gets down and gets wound up by something, he'll start gobbling. So I'm just gonna sit here for a couple hours where he's been working and try to deer hunt him. So it won't be fun, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Well, that was a failure. It's pretty wild, though. I was sitting here calling, and I just happened to kind of look to my right. There's a hen standing here. I never had time to turn the camera on or anything like that. Well, anyway, she putted and just flew straight up into a tree right here. I thought it was weird that if she would have seen me, I would have thought she would have flew like off. Well, I hear something walking off to the left of me here. So I'm looking at this turkey industry. I look over. There's a big old cow cruising through there, and come between me and this little cedar tree right there, which is like 10 yards. And if I'd have been able to get to my gun, was over here. If I'd have been able to get to my gun, I'd have shot the rascal. Messing up turkey out like that. Anyway, cow smelled where I'd walked in, turned around, went the other way. So this turkey stayed in the tree for about another hour. So I'm sitting here waiting for this turkey to fly down. I hear something else walking. Kind of glance over my left. That dang fox from yesterday. I got him on camera, I think. But fox went that way, and the turkey flew down and went that way with it. So I don't know, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna slip out of here and go work a little bit. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so probably be back in here tomorrow. There's a bunch of sign, but I have never seen like the dang predators that there is in here. That must mean there's a bunch of turkeys been in here. But there has been, judging by the sign. Come back in here when turkey season's over with a electronic call and some buckshot. Do some work. Alright, I'm gonna slip out of here. Ease my way out and not get in a hurry. Call. I don't hear the crows this morning. Yesterday the crows was telling me where they were. This morning I can't hear no crows. So I don't know. He may be a mile away. You never know. That's the way it's been lately. Call nothing, call nothing, call nothing, call nothing. And then randomly, pow, fired up. But I don't have time to sit out here because I need to make some money. If one gobble's right, you know. I can't leave. So, there you go. It's a turtle. Alright, excuse the shortness of breath. I just walked up a big old hill. Back in here where we were yesterday morning. He's actually gobbling this morning. He's up there where he always roosts, or has been for the past couple of days. We're gonna get back in here and try to knock him in the head. Well, turkey read the script. Did it just right. Just come in real quiet. I was looking this way, and I kind of glanced up. And he was standing there at 30 yards, and I was trying to turn the camera on, and he saw me try to turn the camera on and slipped off. I didn't scare him up too bad because he's still gobbling. You know, when he walked off, he gobbled 2-3 more times. But there was another bird up this hill, got fired up, was heading down this way, and then they both shut up. So I don't know, but I can tell you this much: next time I get a chance to kill a turkey, I'm gonna kill it, and I don't care if this camera's on or not. So just be prepared. God dang it. Oh. I forgot to hit record, but I don't care. God dang it, yeah. Yeah.
Here he is, folks. Old Smoky Ghost Mossy Spurs. I'll tell you, it was an absolute roller coaster of the back end of the season. In Arkansas, you're going to kill one bird the first week of turkey season. And I killed mine on opening day. If you haven't seen that video, watch it now after this one. So I had to wait a week, and during that week was some of the most prime weather for turkeys to gobble. As soon as my week was up, well, the first day was a Monday. I had to go to Newport and take the CDL test. I passed, by the way. Tuesday, I was too lazy to get up and go hunting. That was my fault. And then I hunted pretty much every day of the season after that. And it was an absolute grind. Turkeys didn't want to gobble. It was either pouring down rain or 100,000 degrees, or the wind was blowing 1,000 miles an hour. So I had found this bird. Alright, I don't think it was this bird, but it was a turkey over there on a place I always hunt. And old bird, been giving me the slip for a long time. Dad ended up missing him one morning. So fast forward to, I hadn't heard a turkey gobble since that day, actually. And I sit down, just my dad is a really good turkey hunter, taught me everything I know about turkey hunting. And he always told me when times get tough, just sit down somewhere where you know where turkeys are, find some fresh scratching, sit down, call every 15 minutes. So, and I hate doing that because I'm not very patient. I don't know if you know that or not, but I'm not patient at all. So anyway, sit down, call every 15 minutes. I'm pretty much pouting this time because I hate doing this. Had my gun laying down, sitting there. I call, and how I usually call is I start low and then break it out high. So it's like that, except it sounds a lot better than that because I don't have a mouth tone in. Well, when I broke that call over, oh, I mean, God, he gobbled. I mean, he gobbled so hard, and he was so close. I had no idea where this turkey was. So all I could do, I thought I heard him off my right side. So I just threw up my gun. I got right there. Well, I'm sitting like this right here, and I hear the dreaded. And I said, yeah, dang. Golly. Man, I hate when that happens. He was on the left side of me, so I let him go. I never did see the turkey. It's so thick in there. I got up there, got around them where there was wanting to go, got set up. There was just one. Oh boy, he fired back up again. I got a hen fired up. The hen walked right in front of me. Yep. Me and her got to arguing back and forth. She was mad because I was trying to take her man. I said, I don't care. So during that correspondence with the hen, it got them birds fired up. Circled around, got in front of them. And I mean, I'm so close to these turkeys, I clicked my safety off. I'm like, it might actually happen right here. I catch the movement in the corner of my eye. It's a dang fox. Fox slinking around, boy, he's just slinking through there. I'm like, man, I really hope this don't mess my turkeys up. Well, they go about one more time, and then they never gobbled again. And I would imagine the fox bumped them. Next day, which was yesterday morning. Yesterday morning, I get up in there in the same area, and my plan was to just sit down and call every 15 minutes from daylight on until I kill a turkey or get tired doing that and go home. So I'm sitting there, and I'm calling, and all of a sudden, I hear turkey snuck in on my right, putted, and flew straight up in the tree, straight above me. And I thought, like, man, that's weird. If that turkey would have saw me, you would think that it would have flew, like, off. But it just flew up on that tree. Well, I hear some walking in the leaves right next to me. And I look, and it's a dang coyote. And it's the closest I've ever been to a coyote that wasn't in the trap. And I almost was nervous. And if I'd had my gun ready, I'd have shot it. But my gun was laying off to the left of me because, like I said, I hate hunting that way. And I was kind of pouting because I was having to do it. So long story short, coyote smells where I go. He takes off. Turkey stays in the tree for another hour and a half. I hear something else walking. Look behind me. There's that fox again. I got the fox on camera this time. So, slipped off, went down the hill. I actually ran into my dad, and he said he'd heard a bird gobble over across the holler. So we went over there. Couldn't do nothing with it. Never heard another turkey. So this morning I get up, and this morning right here, the old faithful morning, I get up. I've been pretty sick. I think I've got tick fever or something like that. And so I didn't really want to get up this morning, but I got up, went over to Dad's house to see if Dad was going this morning. He was still sitting in his shorts and drinking coffee. And I asked him, I said, hey, are you going hunting this morning? Because if you're going with me, you might want to put some clothes on. He said, no, I ain't going. He said, I ain't going. I ain't going to be gobbling this morning. And which he knew, he was just trying to comfort himself because he knew that there's no way he knew if them turkeys was going to gobble this morning or not. So I said, oh, well, I'm going. Season ends Sunday. Today is Friday. I said, well, I'm going. So off I go, take off. I park there at the gate to the farm, get out and listen. These turkeys are so pressured by now that they completely shut down when you start hooting at them or anything like that. So I get up to the gate and I sit down, and I don't sit down, I'm standing there, and I'm just listening. Boy, I'm listening. Ow! Gobbles on the roost up there at the corner. And I know I've hunted this turkey enough now that I know the path that he's going to travel. He starts here in this corner, and he goes down around this old mountainside. So I looped around, got up there. Called to him. He was doing just exactly the way he was supposed to do, coming right around that mountainside. So he gobbles one time, and he's off to my left. So what do? I kind of get positioned off to my left here. Well, guess what? About 5-10 minutes later, I'm just scanning with my eyes. You know how you do. I'm scanning with my eyes. I look to my right, and I said to myself, that looks like a turkey head looking at me, but it could be a bush. Well, about that time it moved. There he was, about 30 yards, just staring me down. And so here I am like this right here. This turkey's so Tom is right here. So I'm sitting here, and I thought, man, my dadgum GoPro camera was off too. So I was like, I'm gonna try to turn this camera on when he goes behind that tree. So he goes behind the tree, at least what I thought he was going behind the tree. And turns out he wasn't behind the tree. And when I slid up there, I keep my GoPro hooked to my gun like this right here. And so I reached up to try to turn my camera on like that. And he saw me. He putted at me once or twice, but then kept gobbling. Well, there was another bird farther up the hill started gobbling. He gobbled probably 4 times. Then they all shut up. So I'm sitting there, got real mad because I could have killed that turkey if I weren't trying to turn the dang GoPro on and kicking myself, being like, just kind of feeling sorry for myself. You know how you do. Should have killed the turkey. Should have killed that turkey. It was a big old bird too. So I'm sitting there pouting. Well, some crows get fired up off across the holler. Ow! One gobbles at that crow. And I said, boy, I sounded awful like a turkey gobble. So I listened again. Ow! Gobbled again. So I thought, all right. I kind of know where that turkey is. So I completely abandoned that one turkey that spotted me. Took off, was walking as fast as I could. Got to like a mid area where, like, high point where I could listen better. I called. Ow! Gobbled again down there on an old flat I like to deer hunt. I've killed some turkeys there before. So I know kind of how to hunt them on that flat to get them to come in. So I took off and I got real close to that flat. By this time I'm close. I don't want to call because I don't want him to head toward me, because the way that flat sets up, seems like if you're not up on the flat or at the edge of it, they won't cross. There's a ditch and a cedar glade. They won't cross. I didn't want him to head this way and get me pinned up where I couldn't get around him. So I sat there for 2-3 minutes. Remember, guys, patience is always the key. 2-3 minutes, didn't call. Crow fired off. He gobbled. Oh! I said, okay, all right. There's no cow trail. It goes through the old glade and up to that flat. So I got on that cow trail and I slid through there just as sly as a snake, buddy. I mean, I was slipping. Get up there just to the break of the flat. Now, granted, I had a pretty good idea where this turkey was, but I wasn't real sure, like, to the point. I didn't know if he was up on the flat. And if I'd have broke up on that flat and he'd have been there, he'd have seen me and been over with. So I sat down, kind of at a smaller tree. I didn't really want to sit there, but I wanted to see what this bird was. Sat down, I called real soft. Wow, answered me, cut me off actually. But this time, so I got a beat on him. So I moved. He's down the hill from me. Flat's up here. He's kind of off a gentle slope right there. So I moved probably 30 yards, just enough where I could see down in there. Call real good. I called, he answered, and I hit him hard. I cut at him, pop, 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 started popping at him, and then I shut up, clicked my safety off, and waited. Didn't say another word. That turkey didn't say another word. It was probably 20 minutes. By gosh, I looked down the hill, here he come, sliding through there. Old belly's just bouncing. I said, boy, there he is. I clicked my safety off, looked down in there, looking at that, down the beat at him, and he was trying to go around me a little bit. He kind of missed me like that first turkey did. He's trying to go around me, and so he was trying to go around me, and so I just gave a real soft little 3-note yell, and he drummed real loud, half strutted. And he turned in 90, boy, he come right down my barrel. And by that time I had my GoPro turned on, and I don't know if I don't think it got the shot or not, I don't know. At that point in time, I didn't really care because it already cost me one turkey this morning. So I said, I'm gonna let him come as close as I possibly can. So he come in there about 15 yards. Oh, number 9, 2 3/4 inch TSS. Talking about put him in the dirt, boys. Went and looked at him. He's not as old of a turkey as the first one I killed. He's got some beard rot. He got a real thick beard, what's there. And this is actually like a vitamin deficiency, and it rots their beard. But he's got a full fan, and he's got spurs. They're not limb hangers, but just a good, in my opinion. Now they say spurs don't have any relevance to turkey age, but in my opinion, 2-year-old turkey. And buddy, he did it right, and I couldn't have been more happy about it.